Hi, it's Amy, and we're talking Dallas Cowboys football again this week versus the Eagles. Woo! Big win for Dallas against Philadelphia. We marched into Philly and we beat them in their own house, which is especially gratifying after that shellacking that we took at the end of last year. So, woo! Way to go, Dallas. I have to warn you, this is pretty much going to be a cheerleading session because I loved this game. It was exciting, it was fun to watch, and yeah, I know, it was fraught with problems. There were bad calls, there were bad plays, there were penalties galore, and no, it certainly wasn't perfect by any means. But it was an exciting game, and I saw Dallas doing a lot of things right. Everybody on the team seemed excited, jazzed, and for the most part, playing to the top level of their ability. Everybody was out there giving it all, and the team didn't give in to frustration and drive themselves into the ground like we've seen in previous games. I think overall this year they've done a lot better job of that, but in this game especially I saw it. There were some 3 and outs, there were things that happened where they could have gotten frustrated and turned on themselves, but they didn't. And Tony Romo looked great this week. His stats are incredible, and he looked like he was in charge, making things happen. This is the Romo I want to see. I don't want to see the stoic, out there kind of looking blah Romo. I want to see the Romo who's making things happen and is obviously in charge of the team. Jason Garrett, I've been complaining that Jason Garrett is not the boy wonder that everybody says he is. But I see a lot of good things from Garrett. Again, a lot of multiple targets for receivers and runners, a lot of different plays. We saw a couple of Razorbacks, a couple of Wildcats. He's mixing it up and he's putting the other teams off balance. And that's what we've been wanting to see. Dallas has had predictable offense for too long. I'm really excited to see Garrett mixing it up. All right, Roy Williams. Roy Williams had a big improvement this week. Last week I said, Roy, show me something. I still see nothing. And Roy did. I heard that Roy and Romo had been working on their synchronization all week and trying to click as a duo. And I think it showed, especially on the slant. I think that Roy on the slant is very effective. That is one negative I have. How come when Philadelphia kept bringing the blitz, we didn't do the quick little 5-yard slants to Witten or to Roy Williams? Those quick little pops would have been great. Instead, we saw the blitz coming, and we see, just running straights or a button hook, and there's no way that Romo has enough time for that to set up. So I'd like to see more exploitation of the middle on the slant, especially when a blitz package is coming. We also got really lucky with Andy Reid's timeout decisions. Yeah, I know. His challenges, I think if Wade Phillips had made those challenges, all of Dallas would be screaming for his head right now. Andy Reid, the second challenge, I understood why he did it. I would have done it too. I think it was a very close call and certainly had the opportunity to be reversed. But the first challenge was just a huge mistake and it cost him dearly at the end. So Dallas got lucky that the Eagles had absolutely no timeouts going into the latter half of the game. Jenkins. I thought Jenkins looked really good. In the past 3-4 games, Jenkins has been making really nice open field tackles. He got burned a couple times in this game by leaving too big a pad against the offensive player. But overall, I think he's doing a standout job. Other standouts, Jay Ratliff. He's just looking fantastic. He's putting his all into every game. He deserves to go to the Pro Bowl again. Matt McBriar. The punters and the kickers, they get overlooked. Matt McBriar's fantastic. How many times has he dropped that right behind the 10 and give limited opportunity for a run back? He was just outstanding, and he has been for the past several games, but this one really stood out. Jason Witten, again, a really good game for him. Made that key first down play at the end of the game so that the Cowboys could just take a knee. That was critical, and throughout the game, he was making really good receptions and really good blocks as well. Sensabaugh looked really good. Choice looked really good. And Ogletree had some good moments too. So I think he could really develop into a nice player if he continues on this path. Let's see. So the Cowboys are now at 6-2. This is the same as the Patriots. This is very exciting. And only 2 teams are better, at least standings-wise, win-loss records-wise, than the Cowboys. The Vikings and the Saints. Could the Cowboys beat the Vikings or the Saints? I don't know. We'll find out a little bit later in the season when they play the Saints. But right now, looking at Dallas's schedule, I think they could come out way ahead. I was predicting a 9-7 game or 9-7 season. I just take that back. They're looking way better right now than I expected them to, and the rest of their schedule isn't that difficult, especially since the Giants seem to be collapsing and the Redskins are just a complete disaster this season. So I was very excited by this game. It's fantastic that Dallas is posting a win, and I think they're going to stomp Green Bay next week. Green Bay is in a little bit of disarray, and they've got a lot of personal foul penalties, so I'm hoping that will play to Dallas's favor. So go Dallas, beat Green Bay, and see y'all next week.